Hi everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu, the only person on the internet who's ever eaten an orange, and we have a match today between somebody whose name starts with two characters I can't pronounce and ends with 203 versus Nizuri. Nizuri is playing as the Soviets with two commanders with glasses and one commander without glasses, versus the OKW, who has one commander with glasses and two commanders without glasses. So that's a 2 versus 4 eye situation. Eyes being another name for glasses. And we have tier 2 going up right off the bat. So for those of you keeping track at home, watching all my YouTube videos or my casts on Twitch, I like to see when and where people build tier 1 or tier 2 for Soviets, and it looks like it's a tier 2 right off the bat for Nizuri. Exciting. And we have the rally point set. I always like clicking on players to see where their rally points are set, and this player's rally points are set right out here. And let's actually check the OKW rally point just to be cheeky. It's right over here. Cool. It actually does matter surprisingly much where you put your rally point, because that will determine which of the off-map, not for infantry, but for vehicles, which of the off-map paths they will choose to come to the map. So you got to care about that. And for column infantry, it matters where you click, because that'll be which of the off-map they come in from. So that's kind of a weird mechanic. I don't know if I like it or not, but it's in the game. Green Cat of Meow says, why don't the Soviets get more snipers? They're super good. They're hard to use well, and they're expensive, and you also have to go tier 1, which means no Maxims and no machine guns and no mortars unless you tech up to tier 2 and go real heavy early teching. Also, how do penal battalions fare against conscripts? They've never fought each other because they're both on the same side. Penal battalions are more effective in combat, but more expensive. Nick Hurting says, I think Soviets is favored here, Maxim Lockdown. If you're wondering where these voices are coming from, if you're watching on YouTube, number 1, what's up with you? Number 2 is because I'm streaming on Twitch. I stream these shotcasts live on Twitch, so go follow me on Twitch. I have 6,000 YouTube subscribers and nowhere as many Twitch followers. I need that many Twitch followers so I can take over the world, and my beef with Shroud will go in my favor. I still don't quite understand who Shroud is, but he's a guy who has like a pigeon emote on Twitch. And I have a pigeon emote, and he's like the biggest Twitch streamer. And I'm actually not the smallest Twitch streamer, but I'm getting there. And so that I have to manufacture a beef with him to get famous is my plan. Nice hopping out of the building a little after the flame grenade goes in, trying to huddle around these barrels to get some cover, but that's not happening. And the Soviets are now going to lose a lot of manpower sort of pulling back with those conscripts, but that's okay because there's these two Maxims out on the field, and those should be able to eventually force the British off. We got some suppression going and not going. I don't know about lying down in the middle of the red cover. You do have 6 people on the Maxim. Man, lying down in... Oh, this is not red cover. That's good. Yeah, you do have 6 people on the Maxim squad, so it's okay to take some damage, and if there's just one squad over here, you'll sort of suppress them. They're not shooting at you very much anyways, but I don't know. If you have some options, like right slightly forward or slightly... Well, I guess slightly forward would be outside the red cover. I think that's what you want to go for, right? It's got to be the plan. Here we have a 4 folk build versus a 2 Maxim 2 conscript build, and we still don't have this back capped. And we still don't have either of these 2 points kept either. So much intrigue, so much interest. Soviet player doubling up on squads over here, but not for long. Not for long. The engineers are going down to the fuel. Just what you want to see. Maxim's not doing a wonderful job holding the Huns at bay. This fuel looks like it's going to be decapped, even though they're building fucking sandbags while they're being shot at. Normally that's a death sentence, but the Maxim is just too far away. The accuracy is not high enough for it to be really picking off those Foxgrenadiers. Now that they have green cover there, looks like they're going to cap at the thing. I'd be surprised if they cap it. It's less than half done. They're down to 2 people. Again, it's not doing much damage, but we'll see. There, it's looking good. Oh, it's moving. Okay. Obviously, an earlier move would have been better, but that's a tough decision to make as a Soviet. It's hard to know exactly when to move that Maxim, how much damage you're doing, whether your opponent's going to play chicken or not, whether they're going to try and retreat, and they eventually do get that cap. They got the cap on the fuel. So cool. Cool and dope. Looking pretty good for the OKW. Soviets still have not bad map control. Oof, must have been a mine. So looking pretty good for the OKW, doing some good bleed on the opponent. But it looks like now the Soviets are inflicting some bleed too. Maybe you could lose a Sturmpire squad here if they get a good focus fire. That was some good concentrated fire right there. But oof, now some conscripts are being bled. Very brutal, vicious game so far. Lots of players losing lots of models from lots of squads only 5 minutes in. Why was I going down there? There's nothing to watch down there. There's a fight over here. There's a fight. What kind of doctrine, or bulletins? Ooh, wow, they're Maxim bulletins. So we have a Maxim spammer, maybe. It's not a Maxim spammer. We just have a Maxim enthusiast. A Maxim spammer would not have built 2 Maxims and 3 conscripts. They would have built 5 Maxims. We just have a Maxim enthusiast. Love to see a Maxim enthusiast. That's a lie. I don't feel one way or the other about Maxim enthusiasts. They're alright. I like Maxims, and I don't know. It's hard for me to get over the fact that Maxims are not as good as MG42s and stuff like that. It's like, you know, I feel like I'm missing something when I got a Maxim. Tobas CoH says, I had enough Lend-Lease for lifetime last patch in response to Green Cat and Meow saying we need Lend-Lease tactics. Agreed, but it's rare enough now that I would kind of like to see it come back. I would like to see somebody use it someday. I feel like I actually saw, did Von Ivan use Lend-Lease in the recent Starcross Cup tournament? Am I making that up? Or am I not? We'll never know unless Twitch chat tells us. Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory. Soviet player somehow has better control of the right-hand side of the map than I would have expected. I guess mostly in virtue of the fact that the Soviet player has been recapping the left-hand side every time the Germans cap it, so it's like it looks like the Germans have the left-hand side and they're doing pretty well. But that's only because they've had to keep continually sinking squads into capping that thing. A lot of fights going on. Hard to watch. Everything, these Maxims being eventually pushed off by the Stern Pioneers, doing a real good job, cut it while repositioning, and then it never got a chance to set up again. Creative Nem says he did use Lend-Lease and failed. Yeah, well, I wasn't talking about failing or not failing, I just mean using it. That's all I care about. Looks like we're gonna get the fuel decap. Maxim setting. Whoa, interesting setup. Whoa, Soviet player knows the Germans are coming from this side, behind. It's hard to describe that angle, but Conscript is just fucking owning up. Those horse guys, they don't need any help from Maxim. Here we go, here we go. We're gonna get a grenade. Ooh, we got the infiltration grenades. This is gonna get ugly. Oh, they get out. Close, 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 close. Skin of their teeth, indeed. Oh man, even the combat engineers are in the fight. They got 2 kills already. And about to get that 1. Would they get tripwire flares? Get the fuck out of here. Enemy squad has us sighted. So by those infiltration grenades, of course, you can tell that the German player got this special operations doctrine, so no surprises there. This thing's still popular as ever. It's got a panther at the end, like a bubble gum in the middle of a lollipop or something. Surely this Maxim has moved, but I feel like there's always a Maxim when I look over here. And a fight over here. Conscripts. Conscripts seem to be holding their own pretty well in this game. They've been shooting. Okay, just as I say that, they're like, fuck it, we're out. See, it doesn't just sit in this gap in the hedges. Oh, we have a doctrine. I like this doctrine because it's one of the ones I own. I love AT camouflage. I think our incendiary barrage is not bad off-map stuff. The IS-2 is a nice thing to have, and I got a soft spot in my heart for shock troops. The only thing I don't care about is a KV-8, because it's trash. But yeah, it's interesting to see the Soviet pick this and not immediately do anything with it. Maybe the idea is shock troops, but we don't have enough manpower because we're busy reinforcing conscripts. Taking up to tier 3? I don't know. We'll have to see. Why pick the doctrine if you're not going to immediately do something with it? Why pick the doctrine? Tell me. One of those mysteries like who built the pyramids or Bush did 9/11. Maxims have surprisingly few kills, 7 and 3. That's 10 if you add them together. Man, fucking Maxim holding its ground. You don't do that versus infiltration grenades. This is why. We've learned, my friends, today why you hit retreat as soon as you see infiltration grenades. And the answer is that if you don't, your squad gets wiped. Twice. We have lost a machine gun crew. Gross. that was painful. Soviet really wants this Maxim back, because if it falls into German hands, that's just going to be really atrocious. We have 2 MG34 teams that somehow I've neglected to mention or even notice until now. One of them is firing. This is bad. Soviets fucked. You can't recruit this now. There's an MG34 and 3 Fox squads. I guess these 2 are low, but yeah, Soviets fucked. This is bad. Maxim's taken. GG. GG. I'm exaggerating, but that's real bad. We also don't have the Doctrine doing anything yet, so I'm still curious about the choice. We have this sneaky Maxim coming in from the side and immediately realized it is in a terrible position because there's an MG34 looking over. Green Academy out. I'm calling it Soviets pushing too hard. It wasn't even a push too hard. Soviet barely crossed this line. The Germans are just playing really well. The real mistake was not immediately hitting retreat as soon as you saw infiltration grenades coming in. The idea was just shoot up the fucking Volksgrenadiers. They were taking a lot of damage. There were a lot of conscripts nearby. The idea was to get a squad wipe, but no. You have to immediately... Man, nice belated smoke. You have to immediately pop a retreat when you see infiltration grenades. Don't try and tank that shit. I don't care how many people are in your Maxim squad. 6 is not enough. 10 is not enough. But Germans don't have 6-man Maxims. True. This is hilarious. This is just pacifist smoke. This smoke just makes everybody really chill. Any kills on the mortar yet? No. It's getting fucking suppressed. Oh man, might get the Maxim back. That mortar, if that mortar had instead of landing here, landed here, that might have been the Soviet chance to get the Maxim. Ooh, we got an interesting hoorah. What's the plan here? What's the plan here? Was it to try and catch the Maxim on the retreat? I don't know what the plan was. That was very strange. This is collapsing. Infiltration grenades. There we go. There's the retreat. Still doesn't get out with more than 3 people. That was gross. That hurt. Maxim versus MG34. Battle of the century. MG34's got other stuff to shoot at, so that's who wins, and the T-70 wins. Why did I say the T-70 wins? The T-70 is here. We don't have our Raketten yet, so the German player is immediately going to have to say, oh fuck, I have nothing to fight this T-70. I guess I have Faust. Faust's not a horrible thing, but there's not a lot of munitions floating around for the Germans. They can afford 1 Faust, almost 2. And here we go, shock troops. I was hoping we'd see these. That's the reason to get them. This Doctrine, I mean, this early, but I was worried we wouldn't see it. We got a tier 4 up, pretty backwards tier 4, so pretty far back. Maybe worried a little bit about the mortar, maybe worried a little bit about the fact that you basically get nothing from putting it this far forward. I feel like people should, it's a good thing to put it far back, because you really just want to guard this cutoff as the thing to guard, and maybe the munitions point. I feel like maybe just park it on the munitions point on the left. I'll go look at that in a moment once we're done watching this T-70. Okay, we're done. I feel like park it over here to defend the munitions and maybe shoot these buildings. That's my tip. I don't know if that works, but I think people should do that. Why do people not do that? Is it because it's easier to approach it if... No, I don't. It doesn't make sense. I think people should do that. Here's the shock troops. Any kills yet? No, they're getting shot. More like shot troops. As in shot by... Oh, Harden John followed 4 minutes ago. Thanks, Harden John, for following the Twitch stream. Thanks everybody who's stopped to tune in right now to watch this pretty interesting game. I think it's going pretty good so far. The Soviet player has a chance here with this T-70 to do some real damage. It's only picked off 3 people so far, and it just ate a Faust. But this could get good when there's just machine guns standing in your way. Oh, here's our Raketten. Okay, well this could get bad. Oh, this could get really bad if it doesn't move. The German player knows where it is right now, or at least hopes they know where it is. And, yeah, that's not good. Not good. 1 more shot. I don't think they got line of sight. Gotta swap the line of... Yeah, they can't see. And these shock troops are gonna easily stop the Rakettenwerfer from doing any crazy stuff. 1 kill on the mortar so far. I'm surprised the mortar doesn't have more kills. I feel like the mortar's got like 18 targets between all these fucking machine guns. But whatever. Ooh, Rakettenwerfer in the house. Good choice, but the T-70 is safe. Safely ensconced, and it's gonna get fast repaired by these special minded... Oh no, it doesn't. It isn't faster. I forgot. That's the Sturm Pioneers. And they can't... They're just chasing after. Because they can't repair while it's moving. So sad. So tragic. We have an AT gun being built from the Soviets. See, I think that's actually a good choice. The ZIS Even if there's no vehicles for it to hit, that bombardment is really effective versus AT guns. So, and even versus the Raketenwerfer, once you see the Raketenwerfer, once you find out where it is, we have some flares popped. Where are the artillery flares popped? Right over here, just to get sight of all that shit. Yeah, I think the AT gun's a good choice. It's going to be a good artillery piece for a while, until the opponent vehicles show up. And once the opponents see, there you go, that's what you want to use the mortar for. Once the opponent's vehicles show up, obviously it's sidestep as this. Nobody ever complained about is this. We have no AT grenades upgraded on the conscript, so those are waiting until the vehicle shows up. We should watch this flank. Whoa, Jesus, what the fuck is this Maxim doing? Oh boy, not happening, not good, not good, this is ugly. Mine goes off. But this could get crazy. We have infiltration grenades, he gotta retreat immediately! No! Jesus, and fucking squad died over here or some shit like that. What is, this Maxim's dead. No, wait, it's not. There's like 2 people over here. There's like, I'll do it. Oh, okay, get out from behind. This is hilarious. They're just hiding behind this shit. Just time to recruit the Maxim. This is getting gross. This T-70 needs to step up the game. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's all going pear-shaped. It's getting fucking Fausted. Where's the Raketten? It's not even in the game. It's just, oh boy. Oh boy. Mortar's gone. And that's GG. That was a good game. That was worth watching. 16 minutes of crazy stuff. How many kills? How many kills did the mortar have? I don't know.